so good. I tried.
Welcome back to JR Pro Shop Vids, everyone. Jungo's back. We got Brandon Riley back for another ball review. Brunswick's new Zenith Pearl. Gonna be comparing against the Zenith, the solid, the original one that came out a couple months ago, and he's gonna throw the Prism Warp Hybrid here, their high-end hybrid ball. So we're gonna see how this compares and if it's gonna fit in his bag. So Brandon did ball review for the solid and the Prism Warp Hybrid earlier in the year, so go check those out if you haven't already. Get a nice baseline and then come back and we'll do the Zenith Pearl. So all three balls are laid out exactly the same. So Brandon's gonna start on the right side of the lane, move across the lane all the way inside, compare all three balls, different angles, different speeds, different hand positions, and we'll see how they compare against one another. 41-foot pattern, beaten path, lots of volume. These balls should look pretty good on this. I expect the solid here to be the earliest, hook the most, of course, and also be the smoothest. And then the Zenith Pearl I expect to go the longest and snap the hardest, and the Prism Warp just to fit right in between the two. So this should be a pretty good comparison of the Brunswick's high-end equipment, and let's see if there's any overlap or if you need all three or not. Let's go check out Brando on the lanes.
Today we're reviewing the Zenith Pearl. We're on 41-foot beaten path. It's pretty fresh. Let's see how this rolls. Not bad. Held the line and I missed a bit inside. Still staying a little straighter. Lane 28's cursed with me. Every time I film a video, I just leave 7 pins. That wasn't bad though. I missed a little bit right, it came late. That's close. All right, let's see if we hit my target. The last one was a little bit right at target, came a little behind the head pin. Let's try the same line. I'm expecting this ball to hook a little bit early. Maybe you go high, but I've been surprised before. That was terrible. That was so bad. Keep that in. I missed way right on that one. Thank you, sanded balls, for hooking back off the dry boards. Let's hit our target this time. I like that shape a little better because the ball started up on the fresh oil. It wasn't quite as strong off the spot, and if I moved in 2 or 3 boards, that'd be money. Zenith's playing a little straighter one more time. And yes, this has to be straighter because playing right at this spot didn't look very good in practice. Carried high again. Surprised they're actually that close. The Zenith Pearl is definitely longer, held the line better, but this ball started up a little bit earlier and it's probably what I'd really start with. Question time. Now, if you had one ball in a series and you liked it, do you purchase the next one? Do you buy that sequel? And personally for me, I do. If I know I like a ball, I'd rather change fewer variables and hope that I like the next one in the series versus get an entirely new ball with a new core, new cover, new finish. I don't know, it's just way too many variables. So yeah, let us know in the comments below. Let's hook the ball a little bit because obviously that's what everybody likes to see. Personal opinion, I would not want to start in here. I like playing closer to the track area on the fresh oil if I can. Minimizes my risk, safer angles, and less chance of shooting 160 on the fresh. That ball on fresh oil is so good. Yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah, general rule of thumb, sanded balls on fresh oil, shiny balls later on once the lanes have changed and transitioned. All right, so Zenith Pearl from just inside third arrow. I would not be surprised if I leave a 2-pin from there. If so, I'd actually be happy. Try to throw it the same as the solid. that's about as close to 2 pins I'm gonna leave. Yeah, it's just a little bit longer, slides to the oil. These two balls will definitely complement each other that way, where I want the solid and the fresh oil, and again, that pearl as the lanes break down. I'm gonna soften up and try to strike from the same spot I struck with the solid. I'm gonna have to soften my speed, so this ball is gonna be a little more angular. I like that, I went through the pins really well. Seeing that the Zenith Pearl is a little bit longer and weaker than I expected, I want to compare it to the Prism Warp Hybrid. I've taken the polish off this one, so it should fit right between those two Zenith balls. First we'll start straight. Yeah, right in the middle. This ball definitely splits the difference. Where the Zenith Pearl would have held the line and been flush, the solid would have been higher than that and probably left a split. I think this is what I want. Let's move in a few more. Yeah, perfect. All right, now those three balls go together. If you guys haven't already checked out the video with Barker and Goots throwing the damn good verge, please check it out up here. I'm gonna try to hook it just like Goots. I don't know how he managed to get it to hook back from where he did. I tried. I'm just not Goots, I'm sorry, I tried. All right, let's go back to the shop. All right, just got back off the lanes throwing the Zenith Pearl, the Zenith Solid, and the Prism Warp Hybrid. I was out there on beaten path 41 feet on a fairly fresh pattern, and I liked what I saw. Typically for my style with a little bit more ball speed and more of a spin than a roll, I like the higher end bowling balls, especially here at Lucky 9 when there's a lot of oil. I need the help getting the ball rolling and I need some help getting some hook. Not everybody is Jungo or Goots. Started out with the Zenith Pearl going a little straighter, just inside the second arrow track area, how I'd probably start normally on this kind of pattern, and my look was surprisingly good. Not often do I like the look that I see from a shinier ball on fresh oil, but this ball was pretty smooth. It didn't do anything sharp or snappy off the back end, and I had a lot of control. I don't think we even had to edit. I next threw the Zenith Solid. It definitely started up a lot earlier. This is what I usually use in this house on fresh oil. It hooked a lot, it read the lane really early. This is like 4x4 traction to get through the mud out there. It was better when I played straight, but I didn't have a bad look as I moved into third arrow. Left to third arrow, wasn't the best. But that's okay, there's other balls for that. And that's where the Prism Warp Hybrid comes in. It sort of splits the difference between those two balls and gave me more boards covered than the Zenith Pearl, but it got further down the lane than the Zenith Solid. So it definitely was a good ball for opening my angles up. What's interesting about the Zenith Pearl is that it wasn't nearly as angular and strong off the dry as I expected. The Prism Warp Hybrid definitely saw the dry harder, kicked harder off the spot, and covered more boards, a lot more boards. The Zenith Pearl was better when I kept my angle straighter, and I could actually control my angles a lot more, kind of the way I did the Zenith Solid. Kind of an interesting correlation between those two balls. Yeah, I like them both. I think they can both fit in my bag, just in different spots. It's a ball you can open your angles up with a little bit, but nothing too extreme. The Zenith Pearl would definitely be a number 2 or 3 ball in my bag. Something I'm going to use in the middle of a tournament, through the meat of a block, keeping my angles fairly straight, maybe a slight swing. I'd recommend this to bowlers of a more balanced style, tweener bowlers like me. The guys that have extreme revs, like the two-handers, will probably see a little too much off the back end. The guys who don't have enough hand and are playing really straight are probably going to want to scuffy your ball like one of these two to get the ball started up a bit more. So those bowlers that are a little more balanced and are looking for a ball to use after their dull ball, look to the Zenith Pearl. Back by popular demand, we've got our ball graph. Here's my entire arsenal. The Zenith Pearl is going to pretty much take the authority out of my bag. The Authority Pearl is a good ball. I like it on medium to long patterns, but the Zenith Pearl just gets along with my other equipment a little better. It's going to be an easier transition from my Zenith and also from my Prism Warp Hybrid, that it's going to be tough for me to keep the Authority Pearl in my bag. It'll be there on certain long patterns, but more often than not, this will be the ball. An interesting question that I was asked is it easier to go from Brunswick ball to Brunswick ball to Brunswick ball throughout a tournament? Personal opinion, no. Every brand brings different shapes, and I've got different layouts on different equipment for the most part. So I can go from different brands within my bag. I don't have to be so brand specific. Even as somebody who's on staff, I still like to flirt with the other brands and find different shapes and angles out there. But actually, this could be a full Brunswick arsenal. There are other balls that I could use in the mix, but anyways, I just like what I see out of these 3 balls. This is a good mid to upper end arsenal, and it's gonna handle any of the medium to heavy oil conditions that I'll be seeing in the near future. All right, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and please comment below and let me know. If you like a ball, do you buy the sequel in the series, or do you go to something totally different? Let's hear your thoughts. Next on deck, Jungle with the Parallax Effect.